So you need to look at the track record of President Mahama, for instance. What has he done before to resolve complex infrastructure challenges at a time when we didn't have a dime to contribute? Look at the Tema port. You know, people say all manner of things about it. Today, that port was expanded to 4 times its size. Today, it is perhaps the second biggest port in the whole of West and Central Africa. When I checked the last time, this is about 3-4 months ago. Since that port was built, Ghana has earned in excess of $300 million in dividends. But meanwhile, we didn't put in anything. We did a BOT arrangement with a concessionaire, MPS, who had the means because they are involved in the sector. They have done it. And now they get a share, we get a share. We get $300 million for putting in nothing, apart from owning it. And meanwhile,
and the land owners.
Yeah, and of course, but that one is a compensation issue. That one can be. So if they feel hard done by, they certainly can take. I'm sure Martin would be more than happy to represent them in court to demand their fair share. So that one we are not opposed to. That has been done. In fact, Tema Mpakadan, which honorable, it is true that the general idea was first mooted by President Kufuor. But in terms of who got it done, President Mahama, in 2016, he got nearly $400 million from the Indian Exim Bank, and that is what was used. But the first tranche was 400. Later, under Honorable Jogati, I think another $48 million. That is what extended it. Yeah, that's what extended it from Tema. Sorry, Akosombo to Mpakadan. That is what extended it from Akosombo to Mpakadan. But it was not designed. Yes, it was not designed as a passenger rail system. It was designed as the beginning of a multimodal, commercial goods carting system. So that when you get there, you use another mode to go over the water leak, and then you go and reconnect again at Bupe and continue. Because a port was envisioned for Bupe and all that. Unfortunately, it's been reconfigured because there isn't much traffic in terms of movement. So it is not economically viable to do a passenger system there. I think for Accra to Ho, a road that is expanded, a 3-lane road on either side, should suffice because it's not too far and the traffic is not as heavy as it is from Accra to Kumasi per se. So that's the original design. That's one too. We got an Exim Bank facility to do it. But the way it is commercial, so it will pay for itself. After Terminal 3, for instance, what happened was that government used to take a certain amount of the IGF of the Ghana Airport Company Limited. But government said that no, we want you to expand Terminal 3, but we don't have a dime to put in it. So what we did was that we had to now keep all your IGF, but ring fence it and use it as collateral to obtain financing. So they went to HSBC and got, I think, around $300 million. About 250 of that went into Terminal 3, and then the rest went into other projects that Ghana Airport Company did. So we've done a modern terminal. We didn't fall on. So that money is not public debt. It is purely financed by the Ghana Airport Company Limited through their own arrangements. So and then even the KJTR market. You see, trading. Kumasi is a trading hub, which is an important economic activity. So we did the modern KJTR market, around 250 million, 260 million, with I think 8,000 stalls or so. The market women who operate there pay for that service. So in a short order, we'll be able to pay for it so that it doesn't become too much of a burden for the public. So President Mahama has a track record of doing these sort of infrastructure projects. So you can be sure that as for infrastructure, especially in relation to transportation, that will be done. When you check our manifesto, we have plans on what we call orbital routes, basically ring roads that go outside of the city to ease congestion. We have plans on light rail. That is what will move from congested. You don't do heavy rail there because the capital outlay is quite huge. So light rail allows people from Kasua to Accra, Adenta to Accra, Lodowa to Accra, Pokwasi to Accra.
That's actually an answer to a question that a number of our viewers have asked. That look, if you have congestion on our roads, just as Yonobo Apiakobe said, why add more buses?
No,
when that is not
that one, you see, you need to have a multimodal system. So you must give everybody the opportunity to choose what they deem to be affordable.
Let's go back to the sky train. Sky,
well, the train, whether it's by sky, by water, or land, is train. So you do you can't also have just a real system and no routes, because there are also private individuals who have cars. They are not interested in any other system of transport. So you need to create opportunity. What matters is that the infrastructure that you set up should pay for itself, so it doesn't burden the public purse, and then have a situation where the project stall, and then create more cost for you. And then number two, it should serve the purpose of easing transportation and connectivity and contributing overall to a national development. So these are being done, and we see signs. But in a nutshell, if you ask me to sum up, the economy has improved. There's evidence that it has translated into the cost of living. Can more be done? Absolutely. More needs to be done. And then we need to tackle the rent-seeking behavior that people are using to exploit others unfairly, because there's no justification.
I see. And this is why I bring in Kofi Bento.
Yes, I forgot about housing.
No,
housing is
yes, the housing one, the young people.
It is one of my pets. Yes,
it's unlawful.
Yes, otherwise unlawful. But again, the problem. If you allow me just a minute, the problem with that is that there simply isn't enough supply, at least from the public space.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean.
I understand you. What will happen is that, and I'm sure Kofi would agree with me on this one. Enforcement can be done, but because you don't have enough, the owner can decide that now I'm not renting. So where then do the people who rely on them go? So enforcement must go hand in hand with the creation of competition in the public space, or partnering the private sector to make housing more affordable, so that the house owners do not have too much power over their tenants. That for me is the more sustainable outcome, and that is the reason why it's been difficult to implement the rent. It's not that it is acceptable that it's not being implemented.
But if you scaling up more affordable housing, that's what.
Of course, if you check our manifesto, there's something we call social housing.
Yeah.
It is still part of Big Push. And from next year towards 2028 and beyond, you will see clear attempts. The problem is that we are a bit late in the day in terms of some of these investments, but the capital outlay is also huge. So it takes a bit of time to mobilize to be able to do it. What we should have our government that consistently do these things till we get to a stage where we meet those basic needs.
Okay.
Then we'll be in a position.
Let's find out Mr. Bento agrees with you.
A properly developing country.